Hello everyone and welcome to a draft on Arena here on my channel, GX Slim. I'm actually drafting the new set, Lorwyn Eclipsed, and I don't know what any of the cards are. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to try to get through this quickly and understand what's going on. This is asymmetrical. Both players lose life and tutor. I don't know if I want to do that. What is this? 4 mana 2/4. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X cards for each of the colors. For each of these colors, you may exile a card among revealed cards, and you may cast an exile card. This is pretty mana intensive to get value. I don't know how easy that is to put together. So this is a exalted based on number of Kithkin. Behold an elemental or pay 2. Otherwise, it's 3 mana 2/1. And you can pay this 3 times to generate a bunch of mana. I guess I'll click on this rare while I'm running out of time to read things. 12 cards in graveyard. Oh boy, I don't have time to read read all of these cards. All right, I guess we're going to be trying to do some kind of blue-red vivid thing. 4 mana 2/4. Oh, this elemental payoff for things that are expensive. Kind of a wrath. 2 to 1 and 1 to 1. Oh, Springleaf Drum reprint. 33 flying for tap something to make something unblockable. 1/3 dies into a card. Oh, this seems pretty good. Exile a creature. Mill 3 cards. And there's an elf in your graveyard. Nug for 2 or drain for 2. Here's a giant warrior. Ooh, basic land cycling. This is a pretty good card. All right. I think I'm going to take the removal spell here. Not necessarily married to this first pick rare. We're just going to try to figure out what we're doing here. Is this a wild growth type effect? Pretty expensive one, though. It also makes the land that color. That's interesting for like Vivid, I guess. 5-color Vivid enabler. Could go with this Sonar. Look for a Goblin Swamp or Mountain. Go Wide Kiss can pay off. Invoke pay off. Power for greater payoff. You know what? I think I'm actually gonna try to make this Vivid thing work. I guess I got the rare. Might as well try to use the rare. And if I'm 5 colors, then I could just pick whichever card looks good. Here's another Vivid thing. This is like a Vivid Drain Life. I don't know. Is this like a Gray Asphalt Merchant? Whatever. Gray Merchant of Acidel? Goat Nap. Changeling. Stealing thing. Active Treason. Glister Baron. Oh, that could be a good Vivid payoff. We're just gonna take all the cards that look Vivid related and end up with a horrible curve. All right, first draft of new format, not knowing any of the cards. I'm down to get crazy. I think these basic land cyclers might be pretty good in a Vivid deck. Oh, Changeling Wayfinder's probably also good. Ironically, even though it's colorless. Makes a shapeshifter and flicker something. That's not bad. Thirst for Identity. I don't think that's so great and limited. Counterspell, but you need to blight 2 or it's a cancel. Interesting. Flash Equipment. Blight Rot is a pretty strong removal spell, actually. Although, against the Blight deck, it's probably not great. Oh, well, maybe we should take this Plunderer. How are we going to get, like, the first couple cheap Vivid pips? I think is a question that I need to solve for. Oh, this is a better Vivid payoff. It actually kills something. Well, it does look like Vivid's pretty open. Vivid Kithkeeper is really expensive. Oh, another one of those exile creature cards. Oh. Blight 1 to Rummage. I think I'm gonna take this 2-drop over the other removal spell. 3/2 flying blight one to make them discard a card. That's not bad. Guess you kind of want the blight to turn into an upside or at least neutral. 4 damage to a tapped creature. There's a pacifism. I think I like the pacifism. It's a permanent that sticks around with a white pip on it for vivid reasons. 2-color card, but it's pretty goblin related. 2 mana, 2/3 death touch. If you can cast it, seems pretty good. Convoke, draw 3 discard. That seems pretty good. I don't know how much convoking I'm gonna do. Maybe I take this vivid hybrid color changeling. Seems like it could do a lot of things in the format. Pithkin, Windrake that can tap or untap things. I guess the joke is you tap their thing to attack, or you tap your merfolk for value. That could be useful. I don't know. Maybe this one. I guess the base colors for Vivid are probably going to be green and something. I don't know what the something is yet. Like this roadblock creature here. The Summit Sentinel. Goblin Scout. Ooh, treasure token's nice. I don't know if I love the rest of the stat line, but I'll take a treasure token. Burning Curiosity, I think is probably going to be playable. Goat Nap, definitely not playable in whatever kind of 5-color control I'm going to end up being. Some spell that makes the treasure tokens interesting. Well, probably not where I'm at. What is this mythic? Glenelundra's Answer. 4 mana, can't be countered. Counter all spells your opponent controls and all abilities your opponent controls, and make a 1/1 for each thing countered. So realistically unlimited, this is going to be 4 mana, counter their spell, make a 1/1 fairy, which isn't bad. If you get into a counter war, it's like game winning. Convoke Changeling Clone is interesting. The top 4, Elf, Swamp, or Forest is interesting. Basic Land Cycler. I think I kind of want to get a basic Land Cycler. It didn't look like they were wheeling. I don't know if I'm going to play the 4 mana, counter something, and make a 1/1. I definitely want to make this Vivid thing work. So I'm going to want basic land cycling a lot, or a bunch of these. 2/1 and a 1/1 merfolk sometimes. White and blue is interesting, but I don't know if I'm going to be beholding. Light to ping the opponent. More white-green Kithkin. Oh, Springleaf Drum might actually be pretty important in the stack, and the first one didn't wheel. Make a 1/1 green and white. Race card. Speed bump. Blight 2 to make a 3/2 for 3 with 2 colors. Interesting. Solana Informant. It's like the Wayfinding Dog or whatever, the 3/1 that dies into a surveil. Sig's Command. Oh, I have a friend named Sig that I'm going to play with later. 3 mana sorcery. Copy a merfolk. Creatures gain lifelink. Draw a card. Tap a creature. Put a stun counter on it. Well, probably not so great if you don't have merfolk. Eclipsed Boggart. This is the one that finds a swamp or mountain. Oh, another Glister Baron. Glister Baron seems pretty game winning. Like if I could ever use it. This is too much words. Can't be untapped. Can't have counters put on it. Interesting. Well, certainly. Oh, there's Sig. Wanderwine Wisdom. 2 mana, 2/2, unblockable. When it enters or transforms, target creature gains something. Whenever you hit something, draw a card. Beginning your first main phase, you pay 1 to flip it. So it flips immediately the next turn. Target creature gains protection from each color. You could flip it back and forth and draw cards and stuff. That's interesting. I guess it's more of a merfolk card, but it is a cheap card. I don't know. I don't know if that triple black green hybrid Swamp Forest Finder is going to be that useful, because I should be having forests. It looks like forests and islands or forests and mountains are probably going to be the things I have the most of. So maybe finding the swamp is okay, but I don't think I'm going to be finding the creature type. 2 mana 1/3 color filtering, and this becomes a color. That seems pretty good for vivid reasons. Give a creature lifelink and death touch, and when that creature dies, make it 2/2. That's pretty good. Like that lesson from Strixhaven that gave like +2/+0 and it, or whatever, and it died into a 3/2, but like a better version of that. At least more reliable. Raise dead or raise dead for 2 things that share a type. When this attacks, you can tap and revoke to, wow, reanimate a 3-drop. That's pretty good. I think I'll take the Surly Barrier. I'm in a 2/2. It can, I don't know, it's a 2-drop, I guess. Artifact, choose a creature type. Permanent, the chosen type enters, put a charge counter on it, and then you can copy a spell. We're not going to have things with a lot of the same creature type, I don't think. Oh, this is invocable hybrid color. What is this? Changeling 5/5 or changing 3/3 flyer. Oh, that's pretty good. Put a thing on top with convoke. Oh, this is the same thing from before. When it enters, exile cards and gain life. I don't know if I care about that. EDB, make a treasure. 2 mana 1/2 flash flying, and it can. Wait. Oh. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to read that. Ooh, another basic land cycler is good. Although I have to be kind of main blue, but I might be main blue. I could be main blue green, and then have some strat sorers and stuff to find lands. Another speed bump creature, probably better than this. I'm glad I took the Shimmerwild's growth, because it doesn't seem like you see or get past a lot of them. Take this convoke thing, but I don't know if I'm gonna play it. It looks like Kithkin was fairly open. Oh wow, maybe Merfolk too. This is a good card if you're playing Merfolk. Oh, Runaway together. This is a reprint. I don't know if I'm gonna find a way to get value out of it though. 5 mana sorcery, Blight X. X can't be greater than the greatest toughness among creature you control. Deals X damage to each opponent and each creature they can control. Wow. So basically, like, fling your biggest creature at your opponent's whole board and their face. That's probably a huge payoff for like giants or elementals. Oh, double tokens. Interesting. 2/1/1 counter, or 2 -1/-1 counters. Prevail, make some elves out of the yard. We passed that early. We didn't see many elves. Changeling artifact that fixes for mana. I don't know if that was a first pick, but I like the mana fixing. Elemental, it gets cheaper based on your most expensive elemental, and it bounces all non-elementals. Oh, that is a huge elemental payoff. Sadly, I don't think we're doing any elementaling thing. Make some 1/1s that are black and red. 1 mana 2/1 that can raise dead. Oh, another vivid payoff. I've done a lot of work to enable vivid, although it doesn't look like I've done it successfully. But considering that that's what I'm trying to do, I should take the vivid payoff. Another soul immolation? Wow. Alright, this is Beholden Elf and exile it. Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card. Wow. Pretty good. I don't think I could have successfully been elves, but it seems like I opened a lot of good elf cards. Another one of these Forging Wicker Maws. Feisty Spikeling can help with white and red for Vivid. But this also can help with Vivid. Kin Binding. 5 mana. Creatures you control get +X+X. Number of creatures that enter the battlefield. And it's at least 1. It makes green and white Kithkins. That seems pretty strong. 2 mana, 2/1 that gets bigger when it taps or attacks. Ooh, another one of this. Yeah, that's pretty good. 3 mana, 1/4, reveal elemental island or mountain. I wonder, like, how deep you need to be in specific tribes in this format in general. Because if you do, then it seems like the thing I'm doing isn't very good. But I imagine they tried to support it. I guess I'll take this 2-color 4/2 changeling. I don't love the stat line. I'll take a Boulder Dash now, probably. Oh, there's another Vivid payoff here. Maybe just go all in on that. Flaring Cinders, interesting too, because I should be able to trigger it a lot. Although it is just a rummage, but it also helps with Vivid. Ooh, wow, this is pretty good Vivid payoff. Although it is expensive and you can't make it cheaper. Fitness Graspling seems decent. Okay, I think these like Foraging Wicker Moths probably come around late enough to realistically enable the Vivid deck. That's probably something to keep in mind, is that enabling it isn't as hard as I worried. Can I play a 7 mana? Make a bunch of XX? Or make a bunch of 1/1s? I mean, it seems like a nice win condition, but do I have enough win conditions? No idea how this format works. I'm not playing any of these cards realistically. Bogart Mischief. Oh, that's the one that makes 2 1/1s. Another Summit Sentinel. Could be interesting. All Summit Sentinels into big cards. We have a lot of cuts to make, so we can definitely chisel this deck into something that looks a little bit better. Oh, this is the Blight payoff. Interesting. It loses all abilities. Almost like an alchemy card, but I guess it's supposed to work on paper too. Okay. Definitely not playing that or the last creature I got. So we have a lot of cards. We have a big pile of nonsense here. Let's see if we can't chisel this into an actual playable deck. So how many lands do we have? We have 17 lands and a couple of basic cyclers. We have a red one, a blue one. We didn't get any of the green ones, which is, I think, pretty unfortunate, considering green is going to be our main color because of the Shimmerwild's growths. So it looks like we're most likely green-blue base. I don't know if this Kolrath Zealot's going to make it. How many cheap creatures? We have a lot of Summit Sentinels, so I think we could play Springleaf Drum. Well, maybe we start by... Got that guy for sure. Cut everything that's not like specifically Vivid related or cheap removal. Got a couple of these. I don't know. Well, I mean, blighting with the Summit Sentinel is actually pretty good. Pay 3, exile 3 cards until the end of your next turn. You could play those. I don't know how well that works with like a bunch of expensive things though. I have 1 Mana Rock. Am I going to play this Mana Rock? It doesn't add colors. I mean, it doesn't become colored. I like my 3-drop creatures for the vivid coloring. It's going to reveal like 5 non-land cards. Oh, but they're all maze. Okay. So if I can't cast it, then I could just say no. Then I'm not going to like mill myself out or anything. I don't think I need this. Definitely don't need that. This is probably going to be cheaper some amount of the time. Want all of these. This is, I guess, a maybe. Although I can convoke this out if I'm playing all those 2-drop blues. And it does help with Vivid. Let me put this back in. Definitely want this. This is a maybe. I think this is a maybe. It's definitely a payoff, but like 7 mana is so much. Tap 3 untap creatures. So it attacks as a 6/3 flyer, and it can make like 5/1/1s. 2 of which get to stay behind to jump when it's attacking for 6 in the air. It's so interesting because like it's an elemental and it makes Kithkins and it's Vivid. So it's like a top end card in almost like 3 different archetypes. But maybe it's just supposed to lean into the overlap of them. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it. I should figure out what this format looks like. If I get like run over in a couple games, I could take it out for being too expensive. But as it stands, I likely can, like, if I play the Mana Rock and I play the Spring Leaf Drum, I have a little bit of ramp. Although I could just use that ramp to draw cards and cast spells. I don't know. Maybe I don't play it, and if the format's slow, I could bring it in and test it. Where are those 2 drops? Okay. Main green blue, I could play Sig, although how good is Sig? Kind of taxes my mana a bit if I want to keep drawing cards. When it enters or transforms, target creature gains Ophidian. And at the beginning of my first main, I could pay 1 to transform it. When it transforms to this side, target creature gains protection from each color. So it can make a second thing unblockable, essentially. And then the next turn, I could flip it back. So I could flip it back between like unblockable Ophidian and 2 things are unblockable. In this deck, the unblockable Ophidian part is pretty useful. I mean, obviously, in any deck, an unblockable Ophidian is pretty useful. If you don't know Ophidian, it's just like an old card, like the I think it was like 2 and a green for like a 1/2 that when it hits the opponent, you draw a card or something along those lines. But obviously, that archetype of card's been made a lot, where it hits the opponent, you draw a card, like Curiosity, the enchantment that does that. Enduring Curiosity from Cube made all your creatures do that. Kind of the old Edric green blue Cube card. But the unblockable Ophidian is good. I just have to like pay a 1-mana tax in alternating white and blue when white's going to be a splash. And the second phase of this, giving 2 things unblockable. Obviously, it's a win condition, but like early to mid game, I feel like I'm going to be more on the defense. So I'll test the card, but I actually think it's probably not great in this deck. Obviously, early in a format, you want to test rares. I don't think I need to worry too much about my color commitments. I have like double Wicker Moth, Spring Leaf Drum, and I think I do want to play this for Dock Core. The question is, how many basics am I playing of like black and red and white? I think the answer is 1. And the rest is going to be blue and green. That's pretty bad, blue and green though. Because I do want to play the changelings. I mean the land. Well, actually, I guess I'm not going to play the red land cycling. I mean, I guess with 1, 2, 3 additional ish sources to cast it, no, it's still not worth it. Do I actually want all these basics? I have 1 basic land cycler in Stratosaur. Otherwise, like, I need black for this. I need white for this. If I cut one of these 2, then I don't need a plains or a swamp. Although if I don't have a plains, it's going to be a little bit harder to use this. So maybe I cut this. Man, it's a really strong card. Exile a creature for Blight 1. And I'm going to be able to stick -1/-1 counters on these Summit Sentinels pretty easily. But this one is a permanent, which adds white for Vivid. Card draw. Definitely playing that. Definitely playing that. Definitely playing these two. I also need, like... Well, I guess I have a decent number of creatures to wear those +1/+1 buffs from the Glister Barons. Oof. +5/+5. Smash with a Summit Sentinel. Sometimes on, like, turn 4. That could be pretty good. If I can make this cost 2, that's insane. So yeah, maybe I do cut that just because it's not a permanent, so it doesn't directly contribute to that plan, and then I can cut a swamp for a forest. And now my basic land cycler gets mountain or plains. Mountain will help with this, these, and the rest is castable off blue and green. Although I guess this costs white. Can I get rid of this? How am I going to get the white and the black side of the Vivid? Kind of need this for that. Although I still have the Wicker Maws, but I don't want to, like, heavily tax the Wicker Maws. Although I guess making them a color is mana neutral, as long as I intend to spend mana. Do I need this for .core? I mean, it helps ramp out a Glister Baron. This is interesting. This is very interesting. I don't think I can shave on lands because I want to cast a 6-drop like every time I see it. This also fixes for Vivid. This card seems incredibly important. It is also a ramp card. So actually I have a few pieces. I have like 4 pieces of ramp. Maybe I don't need this for .core, to be honest. And then maybe if my Shimmerwild's growth count as a black or a white permanent, a decent number of the time, or a red permanent. I don't know. Oh, all right, so how many of these Burning Curiosities do I need? I feel like playing 2 is a little greedy. We have this guy to get card advantage. We have this guy to get card advantage. I use the term guy very loosely. That is a insane piece of art. I actually really like that. Maybe we cut one of these. I definitely want to test it. Then we have to shave one more card somewhere. Oh. Looking at you, Sig. Yeah, I think I'm gonna shave the other rare. Sorry, the one rare. And I kind of want to lean into this fairly solid Vivid plan. Like, I think outside of, like, I don't know, a few random cards, like everything is like directly a piece of the archetype. And even the random ones, I think, contribute. So let's try this. We'll run it. We'll see how it goes. The mana base is pretty rough. But I want to cast both the Shimmerwild's Growth and the Sentinels on 2 somewhat frequently. So I don't think I want to go below 8/7. Obviously, green being slightly more important because it fixes. But we do have the Wicker Moss to help fix for either. Okay. This seems a little sketchy, to be honest. I'm mostly worried about the mana. I'm also worried that it's a bit fragile if they, like, remove my permanents that have the different colored pips. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, if this works out, it could do really insanely strong things. If it doesn't work out, well, we'll see how it goes. All right. See you in round one. Welcome to round one here with my Vivid deck, or my attempt at one. This hand seems a little sketchy, but I have Summon Sentinel, and hopefully if I draw a land, I can play the Stompling into the Cleansing. So I think this is definitely key, especially on the draw. Up against Silver Shaman. Land is a great draw here. Into Elemental Bard. Okay, so this is probably the best card in an Elemental deck, I guess, because this lets you ramp into a 5-drop on turn 3 if you have an Elemental 5-drop. That's very scary. Nothing we can do about it. We'll just continue our game plan and hope that they don't have like a game-winning 5-drop. But we might want a Temporal Cleansing that card next turn, especially if they don't use it this turn, which they didn't. Okay, that's interesting. So our options are kind of play off curve or just get rid of this thing. So let's slow them down a bit here because I don't want them playing a 6-drop elemental next turn. I don't know if there's like a big 5-drop flash elemental they could play here. But definitely seems like getting rid of this Flame Breeder's to play. It's also the most mana efficient play. Perfect. That should slow them down. They didn't have a good 3 next turn. Maybe they have a 4 this turn, but it wouldn't be an elemental. Alright, opponent is on the do nothing plan. We have Marrow Skyswimmer, which is a pretty good threat to put out. And will enable, I think, Wildvine Pummeler next turn. This is going to be white. They'll be 5. Oh no, it's a little short. But it is the most mana efficient play, so just do that. See if they have some kind of counter spell here. Nope. Alright. Pulling ahead against the opponent who hasn't managed to cast much spells yet. Oh, what is this? 6/6 Flying Wither. Whenever you cast instant sorcery with a single target, you can copy it. And the copies game. What the heck is this card? Okay, well, that seems pretty brutal. Hopefully they don't have a removal spell for this Wildvine Pummeler, because if they do, then I'm basically just losing the spot. I don't like, why do they print cards like this? Limited. I mean, I guess it doesn't have haste, but like, you untap with it, you basically win the game. Yep, now they can copy the Tweeze, kill the Pummeler, and then they just start beating me for 6 in the air. I'm going to lose pretty fast to that. Do all this work to make a 6/5, and they just have like a single card that owns me. Alright. Alright, land is good because we could double spell. I mean, I guess we could have double spelled anyway. The land is bad. Let's probably gonna want to surveil and put out the lifelinker is my assumption. Let's just attack first. Definitely don't want mountain. I guess we'll put out the lifelinker. Helps a little bit more in the race. Well, actually, I guess it helps evenly in the race unless they have a blocker. It's me down to 8. It's me down to 2. I'm dead in a couple turns. I guess I'll play this because it attacks through more things. Although if the rest of my team can't attack, I'm not exactly hanging in the race. This thing can't even die to like my best removal spell. Oh, what is this now? Oh, okay, I just lose. Yeah, that's pretty fair. All right, my opponent playing like a Vintage Cube combo deck. And they have more. Well, that was pretty disgusting. The old mythic rare into uncommon 1/2 kill. Yeah, I forgot what modern day Magic Limited was like. So that's how it goes. See you in round 2. All right, welcome to round 2 here. against Danish buns. Round one was pretty brutal, but let's try to put that behind us and move on. This is terrible hand. I actually think I'm going to mulligan this. I have a Springleaf Drum, but I'm like nowhere close to having a creature to tap. Let's try to actually get a hand that does things. All right, I have a removal spell. I have a good 2-drop. I can't exactly use the Shimmerwild's Growth yet, but it shouldn't be that far away. I have 8 green sources plus that. I guess we'll start with this because it surveils. Get rid of land. Now, next turn, we have 4 mana. If we start with Shimmerwild's Growth, what's this? Makes the 1/1 shapeshifter, and it equips to make things shapeshifters. Oh, what was like Rune Stalactite or something, or Mirrodin that did something similar? Okay, so now we can go Shimmerwild's Growth, and what color do we need in play? We need black in play. So what we'll do is we'll make the island into a black card that casts Summit Sentinel. Chip for 1. Okay, we're doing our Vivid thing. We need to draw an actual payoff. 2/1 first strike. Is he going to equip it? It's already a changeling. Are they going to equip it? Sorry. Shouldn't be gendering there. Don't look at my green enchantment. I have the full Vivid. If I draw the 6/5, that would be great. Turns out getting... Oh, I don't have the full Vivid, sorry. Mountain's not a red card. And I don't have a white card either. But I'm not far from having the full Vivid. Let's send with the Sentinel, actually, because I do want to draw cards. Then we can just play another Sentinel. I don't think I'm going to Spiral into Solitude anything. I actually wouldn't mind jumping with the Sentinel here, just to get a little bit of deck velocity going. I need to draw into something. So this one, I probably will Spiral into Solitude. Oh. Classic. I think I'll just hold that in hand. I don't know. Send one of these. Send this one too. I need white to do that. I guess I shouldn't have tapped white. Oh, yes, Sonar. They have Sonar also. Well, I kind of wish I kept my Spiral. So now we're going to lose, probably. Yeah, we're kind of flooding out here. And we're playing 17 lands and like 3 or 4 mana sources, so it's not entirely surprising that we're flooding out. I guess we send these and just try to cash them in, but they're not going to fall for it. Yeah, our very brittle, like, assemble a 5-card combo just to gain a card of value or pump a creature. Not working out so well. I guess I do want to play 2 copies of that card draw spell, the red one. And maybe I don't need the Springleaf Drum so much, because mana colors haven't been the problem. Is this triggering? Oh no, it's double triggering because the flame can... Oh, I needed to exile that. Whoops. Gonna bounce something? Is it gonna be the Travelers? Gonna be the Wicker Maw? I was gonna double trigger, of course, right? Maybe I should have done that in response. So blight one of these doesn't particularly matter because it's getting bounced. Yeah, I shouldn't have let them get that first double trigger. But I guess if I stopped the first double trigger, they could have bounced their double triggerer. Get another surveil here, which is nice. I mean, when this creature enters, I guess it's a 3/2 on the board, and it'll help me loot away this island. Do I want to keep both in hand? I guess I do. Because if I am able to trigger it, I want to have another thing to pitch to rummage. I mean, I'm just going to get crushed by Sonar here. They got their Sonar before I did. And I used my removal spell on a random 3/2 flyer. Or 3/3 flyer. This doesn't really feel like a winnable game from here. It's also really starting to feel like a Prince format or a King format even. Because so far both games are completely decided by a single rare. Which is not promising. I think maybe in my next draft, I'm going to prioritize spot removal a lot higher. And I think for my next games, I'm going to bring in my spot removal that's in the board. And my extra card draw. As we try to figure out this. I'm going to have to bottom this thing, I think. I think I'm going to have to trade it off here just to get a card. I got to draw into something soon. Oh, Glister Bairn. Honestly, a little late to the party. I guess I played that land without thinking when I held it for a reason, but I do need to cast some spells. Don't need that right now. Alright, so this Glister Bairn will at least let us start attacking back, but we're just getting buried in card advantage here. I mean, it's possible we're like 0% to win this game like two or three turns ago at this point. They drew their Sonar before I drew mine, and then... Yeah, they didn't even really have... I guess they had one piece of removal for it, so maybe they could have killed mine. They're just playing blue-red Sonar, and they randomly have some hybrid stuff to make it a little bit better. I guess Sonar can go in a lot of decks. Didn't have to necessarily be a Vivid deck. I'm gonna bounce my Wicker Maw here. I mean, either thing they bounce, I'll get a little bit of value. We don't have good blocks for Sonar or Spikeling. We don't really want to lose this card. Oh. Okay. I mean, I think I've seen enough. Okay. Good game. See you in the next round. Welcome to round 4 here. If you're wondering what happened to round 3, our opponent conceded immediately before even deciding on their mulligan decision, which should help some of the gem bleed I'm suffering from this draft. I don't know that my draft went bad. It's just every game has been decided by a busted rare. So I brought in my other card draw spell, and I brought in my other spot removal spell. So hopefully this means that we have a little bit more outs against the busted rare, although now it looks like we're going to be going against the aggressive go wide merfolk. Oh, but hey, you know what? We can actually just settle that right now. Does it matter though? I'd rather play this, which blocks it anyway. And then next turn, we can go Shimmerwild's Growth into Prodigy, and we could still kill this, or we could potentially kill something bigger. The beginning of your end step, untap a Merfolk. Well, didn't expect that to be able to attack. But I think killing the Merfolk Lord is worth it. Here. Now we go Mountain, and we go Shimmerwild's Growth into Prodigy, and Shimmerwild's Growth is going to name Black. We'll turn our mountain into a swamp. Or we'll turn it into a black card rather, and then we'll Prodigy to kill their Lord, which is pretty important as it turns out. And I guess they're the aggressive deck. So we'll probably want more blockers back. Do I care about poking in for one? I don't think I care about poking in for one all that much. Hopefully I don't end up getting punished for missing a point of damage, but I feel like the way my deck wins is a little different. Springleaf Drum, interesting in a Merfolk deck, because a lot of Merfolks care about becoming tapped. Okay, now we have some options. We have 4 up to 5 mana. This can Convoke, which means it can cost 3 mana. Maybe we could start with Burning Curiosity, Blight the Sentinel, and then gives me potentially other plays. Or you know what, I could just play this and have more mana when I do that. Do this without convoking. Maybe we can attack here because we still have 2 blockers back. Do I want to lose my red permanent? I think not. I'll leave it back to block, or to pretend to block it, as it were. Play this. I guess they can cancel this with Springleaf Drum. Maybe I could have done this pre-combat and get an extra point of damage. They didn't have to cancel anyway. Okay, so next turn we can refill. We have solid Vivid base. We have every color, in fact. Okay, so let's definitely start on this. What colors do we tap? I guess tapping red, black, and blue is fine. And then we're going to Blight the Summit Sentinel. Oh, we do get to play lands off the top, so that's nice. We did actually end up casting the wrong color because of that, but we have another turn to play it, so that's okay. Oh man, Burning Curiosity was great there. Even, I mean, we missed horribly and it was still great. Just draw 3 cards. All right, what is this? Turn something to a 4/4. Okay, good thing I didn't attack into that. Glamour Gifter. Is it a gamer or a lamer? I guess we'll find out. If they have a second... Oh, wow. Pretty good. If they have a second Glamour Gifter, they can eat my Sky Swimmer. But I think that's okay. I guess we'll start with this. Discard the Forest. Unfortunately, I played a land, which I didn't need to, which means when I cast this, I won't be able to discard a land 100%. Oh, wow. I think I might just discard Spiral into Solitude, to be honest. I'll send in the 2/2. They didn't tap it, which is actually a sign that they wanted me to attack into it. So maybe I should have considered that a little bit more. That's fine. I didn't mind getting a trick out of their hand and having them tap out. Hexproof if it's untapped. It's not too likely I'll be able to spiral it, so I'm going to actually get rid of the spiral. Never not punished, but we have Burning Curiosity, so we should be able to refill again. And we should be able to bury this opponent in card draw. Yeah, I'm actually happy I ended up adding the second one in. This card seems really good. Alright, what is the Silvergill Mentor? 2/2 and a 2/1 and a 1/1. That is absolutely fine. And Noggle the Mind. They turned my guy into a 1/1. A little unfortunate. Now we're getting beat down in the air. Okay. Things have taken a turn for the worse. But let's oh, we gotta be careful about how we tap this. Let's tap this, this, and this. And we'll play this, leaving up black. Okay. And we will blight the Sentinel again. Wish I had a way to flicker this Prodigy. Okay, we got Glister Vein and another Pummeler. Huh. Glister Baron. We can't cast the Glister Baron this turn. But we can cast the Pummeler or the Prideful Feastling. If we want to cast both, we don't get to discard a card. Excuse me. Oh, this is hard. Maybe we don't play the Feastling this turn. Maybe we play the Shimmerwild's Growth. And we turn an island into a green permanent. Green. And then we play that. Now we get to loot away this forest. We have a reach blocker. And then next turn we have a Glister Baron to start enabling some really good attacks. Oh, we could also Temporal Cleansing something. When this doesn't have an ETB, but it is a flash creature. I think we're going to use our mana. Oh, I could also put my Prodigy on top. I don't think I want to do that, though. Let's just slow their gameplay down a bit. Oh, this also helps me get through my deck. I hadn't considered that aspect. Tapping the Pummeler. I will discard this 2/3, I think. We have a black permanent. We have a white permanent. Actually, making a big lifelink attacker wouldn't have been too bad. We could send this. They could crack back for tap free. Not a big deal. And we could start Glister Baroning 2 different things. Actually, maybe that wasn't fine. I turned off our rummaging. Another Lord? They have 2 copies of this. Pretty good. Yeah, that was not a great attack in hindsight. I'm getting punished for these loose attacks or loose plays. And now they don't have a tapper. Oh no, they still have the tapper. Because they drew the Lord, of course. And I don't get to rummage here. Now things have gone from bad to worse. And I guess I could play the land because I don't have my rummager. Whatever I put this on is going to get tapped. But I guess that's okay. Because then I get to attack with my 6, or I get to block with my 6/5. Okay, we actually have some decisions to make here. If they crack back for 2, 4, 8, I need to block how many things on the ground? A lot. This is a free block. Although they could tap that. Tap that. I need to leave back 3 blockers. So I guess we'll send with this because we don't want it to die. Now if they get very aggressive, the double Glister Baron can help. I kind of wish I kept the lifelinker. It also would have been a play I could have made last turn. I could have played this game a lot better. So this one's not exactly being dictated by rares here. Next turn they're going to have lethal in the air. And I only have 1 reach blocker, which they can tap on their turn. So I definitely have lost. And I think it is my own fault. Yeah, I shouldn't have sent with that rummager because I could have really dug to some kind of answer here. They're deciding if they can tap my guy, which they can. Because then they have a chump blocker for a 6. So I can send for lethal here, but they just chump block a 6/6 and they take 8 going down to 2. And then they could flash in their 5/5 flyer or their 4/4 flyer. I can't win from here, unfortunately. Yeah, definitely call. Oh, they didn't flash it in. They made a mistake. I want to keep that. They made a mistake. Am I gonna win? Haha! I'll take it. I mean, I didn't play great. The opponent threw the game away. All right. Well, see you in the next round. All right. Welcome to the next round here. This is a hand I can keep off the strength of Wicker Maw. Managed to be 2-2 so far with this deck, which is through no merit of our own. One game our opponent just conceded before mulliganing, and our last game we definitely should have lost. The opponent made a crippling mistake at the end. Blight to Rummage, that's fine. So next turn we can play the Prideful Feastling, or we can convoke out a Temporal Cleansing, depending on what they do here. We need to set them back. Okay, so this currently just a 3/2. How much do we care about a 3/2? I think we'll just so next turn I could this is tough because the best thing I could do this turn is Temporal Cleansing. That kind of time walks them a bit. I could play a 2/3 lifelink and leave back a 1/3 blocker. That could expose me to them removing something and attacking. I don't have a great 4 next turn though. If I play this next turn, I can convoke this for 2 mana, so I can go Blightsteel Embrace into convoke. So yeah, let's do that. Play this. Hopefully they don't punish it, and then next turn I can convoke the cleansing on the cheap. I could also like draw a 2-drop into convoking it, or even a 3-drop into convoking it, or I could Bogslither's Embrace into convoking it. Okay, well, looks like I'm going to be doing some Bogslither Embracing. So the first thing we're going to do is exile that thing, blight 1, exile that, blight the Wicker Maw. Goodbye, Bree. I guess they could put a -1/-1 counter at the Rummage to get a little bit of value that way. That's fine. He discarded an equipment that does butt fighting. And then now, just to be mana efficient, we'll Temporal Cleansing the Skewer. And then next turn, we have Burning Curiosity into refill. Alright, you can play a Mana Rock. I don't think you're supposed to be playing a Mana Rock in your deck. Let's start with the Curiosity, I guess. Or do we start with the Shimmerwild's Growth? We still don't have much mana to do a follow-up play, so let's start with the Curiosity. Oh, I shouldn't have played the land, but I guess we could play this now. And I should have done all of this after combat. Hopefully that doesn't punish me, but we'll do it now. We'll attack now anyway. Oh, that's a card. Why did I discard that? You're going to blight on the Glutton for max value? Okay. Pretty good. Okay, now we'll play the forest before we lose access to it. And I think we're going to go Shimmerwild's Growth. Turn this forest into a black card. I guess there's no reason not to. We have white, blue, black. There's no reason not to make this red. Just makes this cheaper. Yeah, it's pretty good position we're in now. We get to draw 5 cards next turn? Oh. Ooh. Okay. Oh wow, that's pretty good. So they get to draw a bunch of cards too. And they can hit for 5 here. Oh, they're not attacking. That is interesting. Okay, so we have everything except red. So we're only going to draw 4 cards of this unless we turn this red. Let's turn that red. We fill here. Wow, very good. Next turn we have Glister Baron on the Lifelinker. I'm actually pretty happy about this Lifelinker now in hindsight. You can only cast 1 Glister Baron next turn. Let's start sandbagging lands. Probably not, because we can, if we get that rare, we could do a lot of raring around. So let's buff up this Lifelinker and send it, and we'll also send the Flyer. We can kill the Baron. Okay, that's acceptable. So we'll just send the Flyer. And then Surveil here. And yep. Some more value off that Surveil. Now we have a 3/3 Flyer attacking them. We have another Glister Baron that they're going to need to answer. Okay, they use that, which is acceptable. They still need to draw an answer for this Glister Baron. Oh, what is this? 4 mana, 3/6 lifelink. It enters with 2 -1/1 counters. Remove 2 counters to reanimate a 3-drop at sorcery speed. That's really good. Wait, it didn't trigger this? Oh no, it's when it attacks. Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's do this. We still have enough to Glister Baron, so we'll rummage away a forest. Oh, wow. Okay. We want a Glister Baron, or do we want? I think we'll Glister Baron first, because we're going to want to use mana from this Sonar. Now we'll send a giant Lifelinker at them. Sure. So they're gonna have to answer this Glister Baron and the Sonar now. And the best thing they can get out of the yard is the Rummager. I mean, I guess they can get the Chaos Viewer back. Alright, well, they immediately top deck the answer to the Glister Baron. They still need to answer the Sonar. And that thing is gonna be a little bit of a problem. You can put the counters back on the Willow. We got a nice little combo going there. Okay, let's play this. There's Haymaker after Haymaker here from both players. Yeah, this Flaring Cinder has been pretty good. Sure. All right, we definitely had a good turn there. And next turn, we get to trigger Sonar for X + 5. So they have a little combo deck going on. Now, every time Chaos Spewer dies, they could rebuy it back. Oh, wow. They have their whole engine going on. Okay, so we can definitely do some things here. You can play these until I can play these this turn. All right, let's take this. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 mana left, so we can take this. We have enough colors. Yeah, we should. Because we have the Wicker Moss. So we need to exile probably this Reaping Willow. Oh, we won't be able to exile it yet. Oh. Unless we don't play the Prodigy. So I think maybe we just don't play the Prodigy yet. And we exile the Willow. And we'll Blight on one of these. And then we'll play this. And we'll give the 6/5 flying. I will decline this. We send these two. They have no reach or secret reach. Yep. Wow. This format is pretty swingy. I don't know if I love that. Next turn we have Prodigy, which can kill. I don't even know which. Probably one of these two. Maybe the Moonlit Lamenter. I feel like they're going to have more sources of Blight than of removing Blight to draw cards. Really interesting board state. I think we're winning, though. I mean, we're drawing like 5 cards a turn. They're cobbling together a 3-card or 2-card combo to draw 1 or 2 cards per turn. Wow, they have another one? It's an uncommon, I guess. Their deck is insane. Okay. So what are we doing this turn? I think we're killing the Willow. They're tapped out, so they can't really do something about it. I mean, they're at 6. So they're going to need to do some blocking. I think we're going to want this. I don't know that we want that. Actually, maybe we do. So we have 5 in the air. They're at 6. If we send the 6/5, what if we send everything? They go. They have 4. We kill this. They have. Well, we kill that, and they can't even kill the 6/5. That's pretty good, actually. Let's do that. Yep, that was enough. Okay. See you next round. Welcome to round 6 here. 3-2 with this deck. Mostly undeserved, but maybe a little bit of merit in there. I rushed through a lot of decision making last game because the timer was ticking down. See if we can't try to bank some timeouts this time. Be a little bit more familiar with the deck. We also have a really good starting hand. Last game was just a blistering pace of, oh wow, drawing haymakers back and forth. Pretty good card. Removal spell or Thoughtseize. Yikes. So we can Sonar next turn off of this. Seems pretty good. So we'll go green, blue, red, and then black. We'll probably call black. Next turn we go island into Sonar, and then if they don't have the removal for the Sonar, we kind of start going off. But they left up cancel. I mean, I'm not going to play around cancel at this point in the new format. I'm aware of at least one cancel. Okay, they had a flash 2/2. Sure. They obviously could still untap and remove it. But I'm not going to wait until they are empty-handed. It's not like back in the day where you kind of trade off your second best threat, and then when the coast is clear and they've used their resources, you play your game-winning bomb. These days, like, you just have to run it out, I think. Unless you have something, like, equally oppressive to do. Like just playing a couple of dorks. I don't think it was going to be worth it overrunning this out into potential removal. It's not like these would draw removal anyway. I'd rather hope that they don't have the removal and then start to accrue value before they get it. Take 2. Do we get the trigger? They keep looking at Sonar. All right, we do get the trigger. Okay, so we have up to 5 mana this turn. Wait, what? Okay. Why didn't they do that earlier? I will put it on top. Oh, because... Wait, what? I'm very confused. I don't know what just happened. Oh, they put it on top in response to the trigger, so it okay, they got rid of it that way. That makes sense. All right, here's the 6/5. That was an accidental bad manner, Yorko. I did not mean to click on that. It just kind of happened, man. Oh, look, I reached Sonar. 2, 4, 5, 6. So I guess we go Sonar into Sentinel or Wicker Maw. Oh, I guess we can't be Sentinel. Yeah, bottom that. Now you have another answer for Sonar? We do not, but now they're racing. I mean, we're going to get our Reach Pummeler back. We also have a flyer of our own if we so desire. I think I will not take the card draw spell quite yet. Play this. It also makes this cheaper. And attacks. I guess I could have chump checked with the Sonar before doing any of that. Tapped. Can't become untapped and can't get counters. Okay. We are getting beat down in the air here. We have a 3/5 flyer though, which could potentially brick wall them in the air. We're gonna need. Alright, what are we getting here? Temporal Cleansing is great. Flare Cinder and Sky Swimmer are all great. Boy, so we have 2, 4, 6, 7 mana. Invoking is potentially free. I think, I'm not doing the math, but I think we could take all of these. So we pay 3 for this. We have 3 mana left, 4 mana left. We play this with Convoke, we play that with Convoke. Yeah, it does work. Start with this. I think we'll discard this thing because we might actually want the land. Okay. Now we can play. We actually can play that out of hand? How? Oh no, it's land cycling that it's letting me do. Let's use all our mana on this. We'll discard the land this time. And now I guess we could send back the 3/2. I mean, that's not great for us, is it? I guess we send back the 3/5. Yeah. We could do that later. Let's attack with the 2/3 lifelink. Don't want to attack with Sonar. That seems a little risky. Let's just gain 2 life here. Oh wait, if we send this back, we lose all of our ground blockers. Lose all of our blockers, period. Maybe that was a mistake. We could take 5 in the air, or we take like 1,000,000 on the ground. Alright, sorry, Temporal Cleansing. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have exiled you. They can kill my flying blocker here. Alright, that is acceptable. Oh, Glisterbairn? And the lifelinker's still around? Okay, I like that. Take that. How much mana do we have? 5, 6, 7, up to 8 mana. Take these. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, we can't do all of them. I guess we'll leave the Prodigy for now. We definitely want the Glister Baron, I think. What if we just take the 2 removal spells? Then we also have other things to do from hand. Yeah, let's take the 2 removal spells. Now we can do this. What do we want to get rid of here? This is the sorcery only. They can't do it right now. Let's get rid of the 3/5 flyer. Flight 1. Flight onto this. Let's play the Prodigy. And kill the other flyer or kill the remover guy. I think we actually want to kill the remover guy. And then we'll play this. Loot away an island. 16 cards left. Yeah. No, I think we don't attack here. Because we should be winning off all this card advantage. 3/4 reach is okay. At some point, we're just going to run them over with card advantage. Alright. Definitely want Glister Bear now. Oh, Shine Striker 2, though. 5 and 6. How much mana do we have? 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's actually not take the Shine Striker. Let's just take the Glister Baron. And I guess let's leave the other stuff in the library. Play the Glister Baron. Discard Island. At some point I might discard these card draw spells. But for now, let's see. We can make this a 7/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, they can trade off a lot of their board for it. And I think I'm okay with that because I want the life. So I don't randomly die to like a sleep type effect. Wow, they did not block it. Okay. Game should be pretty over now. That's just the ship all and pray. Alright, so oh, this could be -2/-2 to everything. So let's not put our important things at risk. Lister Baron's important. Actually, we don't even have great blocks. So I guess I'm willing to make this trade. This will die anyway. These would die anyway. Maybe I should block the flyer. And then, do we need this Wicker Maw? I mean, I guess we could just take 2. These are all good blocks. And then if they wipe the board... I mean, the only thing it really could be is a board wipe. So let's just not take the damage either. I guess I could have put the Flaring Cinder in front of something. Oh, we lose. What the heck is this card? Okay. Yeah. Modern day Magic card design. Sure. Wow. Was not expecting his entire team to become 6/5 tramplers, but here we go. I played appropriately around -2/-2 to all, which is an uncommon that I'm aware of, and completely died to a random mythic. So, all right, that's my experience with the format from my first draft. Honestly, I didn't love it. It did seem like the majority of the games were completely decided by rares. So not my favorite thing in a format, but obviously I'm not off the format after one draft. We'll have to see how the next one goes. Hopefully this was interesting at least. Obviously, well, let's do a little bit of deck review real quick. So I liked the card draw. Obviously, I liked the rares. Obviously, I don't know if it was a mistake to not play Sig. Didn't seem like I'd very frequently want to be spending mana to do this, but that could have been wrong. It's possible I wanted Runaway Together as another piece of interaction. If I was aware of Mirror Form, that might have been something in the deck. If it was best of 3, I certainly would have sided it in. Hitkeeper, I think... I'm still not sure if I would have wanted this card or not. I probably should have tested it, but I was happy I brought these in. I was happy I brought that in. The deck played out pretty decently when I didn't flood. I think going down to 16 lands was actually pretty helpful. The Wicker Maws were incredible for the Vivid deck. Flaring Cinder was way better than I thought it would be. It was just triggering constantly. I guess the fact that I had all these, expensive cards that I can cast on the cheap was helpful. Blister Baron was a must-kill threat every time, which was kind of the plan. Explosive Prodigy was pretty good. I think the Vivid deck is pretty decent, and this looks like kind of an average to above average version of it. Again, just every game being decided by I cast this mythic rare was kind of unfortunate, but I think not running Springleaf Drum was fine. If I was kind of a little bit more desperate for color fixing, I might have run it. It does seem like it's at its best in a Merfolk deck where being able to tap something can provide value. Tap something of your own, that is. Yeah, I'm not too unhappy with how I built the deck or how I drafted it, but yeah, playing around this and them having mirror forms, like how do you ever win when those are both? Oh, this is a sorcery. Well, yeah, I was playing around it post combat anyway, so still. Yeah, I guess now that I'm aware of mirror form, I could have potentially played around it by throwing an extra couple points of toughness, but it does seem like a card that can just insta win games regardless. But all right, there we are. Next draft, hopefully we'll try something different. We'll see what some of the other tribes can do. All right, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Feels a little awkward to say that, but I guess you're supposed to. Please let me know in the comments what you might have done differently. Obviously, not knowing the cards in the format, there's a lot I could have done differently, but let me know what you thought, what decisions you would have made differently, and happy to hear your feedback. Thank you.